Get on film. Force me and she ate up the drip. She wanna go through that, yeah. Eat it up, pop me in one name, tryna get fried. Taking out the piece of the fried. Gas up, shout it, we through that. Cool like a regular for real. I told her charge me up, my phone died. She going no kid, yeah. Take me through that, take me through that. She going. Take me through that, take me through that. 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 Take her through that. Look at her just like a watch. Shit, I do what? Your phone baby, get up and run. She the blood in them, they ain't having a lie. She don't know what she doing. Just give me that. But yeah, girl to the wham in the circle. Even if you look, you jump like a hurt. Girl to the wham in the circle. Even if you look, you jump like a hurt. Girl to the wham in the circle. Even if you look, you jump like a hurt. Even if you small, feel good. Take me through that, take me through that. 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 Yeah, girl to the wham in the circle, even if you look, make a jump like a hurt. Girl to the wham in the circle, even if you look, make a jump like a hurt. Girl to the wham in the circle, even if you look, make a jump like a hurt. Okay, so, okay, we're going to talk about this. Move y'all over here. My ass is pretty flat, considering. It is. I was just trying to get everything hold on. I just want to make sure enough people are here so I don't have to repeat this story. I want to make sure enough people are here so I don't have to fucking repeat this story. Alicia, thank you. Good morning, Yolanda. We're going to hear the story. I just want to vibe a little bit. I think this will be the last song. It's going to go into a commercial. It's Scorpio season. Let me take my time. You know you're going to get the story. I haven't even started yet. What a cute picture. Look at that. So cute. I've been on for 8 minutes. We've just been jamming. This is my tincture. You don't feel you got to get my boys. These caramels are fucking crazy. Okay, so let's get into this Lyft story. Now, I got so many screenshots for you guys. I haven't looked on anything, so I don't know what's what, but let's go. Okay, so I was leaving the club last night. You guys know I work. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I do for a living. And yes, I'm gonna put everybody say, please, when you come in here, like, share, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I'm like, let me get a lift, right? I've been trying to be very intentional about what I got going on. And I'm just telling you, choosing Lyft over Uber in New York
is definitely not the thing that you want to do, because Lyft has like, Lyft is, you know, it is in the running with Uber. Obviously, it's Uber and Lyft. And in New York, you know, we like, it's Uber, Lyft, or Curb, because you can have, there's Curb is the taxi, right? And some places I go, like when I'm in Las Vegas, they have Curb. If I think they got Curb in Chicago. They've had Curb in a couple places that I've gone. So it's not just New York, but in New York, the three are Uber, Lyft, and Curb. Okay. So I'm like, you know, no yellow cab. Let me just, okay, now, sorry, I have to, this is, enjoy, it's gonna, listen, we're gonna get there, but I'm gonna have to answer people's questions along the way, because we're talking about something very specific, and I want you guys to understand the situation I was in which I had to call the policia in this climate and time. Good. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Curb is expensive. However, Curb is like the last resort, and Curb will find you somebody. I also use this app called Empower. This might be an advertisement for Empower, but I have to wait, because also Empower. Here's the ultimate problem of what's happening, right? In New York City, you used to have to hail a cab to get around. And because cabs were dominant, they did little things like discriminate against Black people. They did things like when Black people went to the door, if they pulled over even at all, they would lock the door before you could even open the door and ask you where you're going. All of the things that are illegal. Pulling over and asking somebody where they're going, denying rides, that is all, you're not supposed to do that as a taxi driver. They are under all kinds of legislature and laws and jurisdiction. They're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to be able to get a cab in New York City without racial discrimination, without them discriminating against you based upon your religious attire, against them discriminating against you because of a disability or being like, they're not supposed to do any of that thing, right? But they was doing that. So it would be late at night and you be out there Black trying to get a cab, and then the motherfucking cabs be deciding whether they want to take you, pick you up, or whatever. So I go, okay, fine. This is what we're doing. Then the taxi commission got to the point where so many people of color and so many people of different religious backgrounds, sexual orientations, and abilities were having problems. So they started this whole thing where you could call 311 if you had been discriminated. So that I was going through that whole process, and I just got tired. Like when Uber came around, I was like, let's just do that, right? Let's order a ride. That way the driver, I don't even have to deal with him. Now, mind you, I've had drivers show up, take one look at me, and cancel the ride because they're racist. So I get that. That happens, but very little. And now the cabs, they're desperate, right? These same niggas they didn't want to pick up before, now all of a sudden they ready to pick niggas up, and they ready to take you wherever the fuck you want to go. Before it was like, are you going to Brooklyn? Oh, no. You going to the Bronx? No. Now they'll take you all the motherfucking way to Timbuktu because they need the money, right? You notice how people get real unracist and real unbothered with what the fuck is going on with you when they need money in their pocket, honey. Okay. So that's why we are not dealing with cabs. Okay. Yes, this was what it was. Talk about it. You had to get in the yellow cab. Listen, Miss Edie's telling you right now. Miss Eddie, is it Eddie? You had to get in the yellow cab. You had to close the door, fasten your seatbelt, and then you had to tell them you were going to the Bronx, Harlem, Brooklyn, honey. And the fact that I would be in Manhattan, and they ask, and I say I'm going to Harlem, and they act like that was a big deal. P.S. Because some of y'all don't live here, y'all don't know. Harlem is in Manhattan. Harlem is in Nueva York City. Harlem is a section of Manhattan. You got Manhattan, you got Brooklyn, you got the Bronx, you got Queens, and you got Staten Island. You don't hear nowhere do anybody say Harlem, because Harlem is a part of Manhattan. Anyway, at the end of the day, right? And please, I need all of the I need everybody out of here. I order a Lyft after talking to you guys on Washington Heights. All of that is all Manhattan. It's all Manhattan. It's all Manhattan. Harlem is like, just like you don't say Soho is a part of Manhattan. Just like Dumbo is a part of Brooklyn. You know, like there's like Kew Gardens is a part of Queens. You know what I mean? So I'm walking with you guys. I'm feeling good. I decided to get into a Lyft. I'm getting a Lyft because we're not in this day and age of discrimination and dictator on the rise and white people like really showing their ass and showing their racism. I am going to make sure that I support causes that are sticking with the status quo of normalcy and equity, right? So that's Lyft. I call Lyft. I get the driver. I don't want to put his information out here because it's not fair to him. Let me just keep going. So anyway, I go on Lyft after I get off the live, and I wait for this driver to show up. He comes, the car, everything looks cool. He's in, like an SUV type car. It all seems safe. He seems like a gentleman. He looked like he was in his 70s, no disrespect. But and sometimes when they get a little bit older, I'm like, the young ones and the old ones I be checking for, because you can have problems with any driver and listen, things can happen to anyone. But when they young, I'm like, oh, they have no fear of that this world can end for them. And when they're old like that, sometimes they're like, I don't give a fuck. Any moment can be my last. So I'm just going to do whatever I want to do. So he was a man who looked like he was in his 70s. The hair, he looked like the professor from Back to the Future, right? He looked like Michael J. Fox as the professor and Back to the Future. Like he had the puff jacket of Michael J. Fox, but the hair of the professor. Anyway, I get in the car. He says hello. I say hello. He goes, hi. He goes, hello. I go, hello. Thank you. I give him my name. I have a different name. I don't use Yamanika for the most part, except for whatever reason, I can't change it on Empire, but Empower, right? Their app. But I don't use Yamanika just because my name is very specific, and I just rather, so I go by Nikki, which is my nickname. Some of you guys don't know this. This is a good time to know this. I know you guys call me Yam, Yams, Yami. That is also my nickname, but my official nickname is Nikki, Neiky. And that's the name that I go by, Nikki. Okay. So I get in, I'm like, Nikki. He's like, hello. I'm like, hi. I'm like, Nikki. He's like, yes. And we're off to the races. And I do what I normally do. Like, I made an assessment of this man. He seemed safe. He seemed like I ain't had to worry about no speed demon racing with him. He's 70 years old. He's trying to go back to the future. So I get on my phone, just like it's late at night. I'm on my phone. There's a couple of niggas I'm ignoring, and they're hitting me. And I'm like, and I'm like, oh, do I feel like dealing with him. You know, it's that what you doing, where you at, big head shit. You know what I mean? I haven't looked at these texts. I had 5 shows last night, back to back to back. I started at the Cellar. Like when I'm at the Cellar, I'll probably do all the damn rooms whenever I'm there, right? So I did a spot around the corner at the Cellar. Then I went back around to the Underground, right? To the Village Underground. There I did a show at the VU. Then after I did a show at the bar. Then after I did a show at the bar, I went downstairs to do the VU. Then I went back around the corner to do the Cellar. And then I had to come back around and do the Lounge. So we're talking about 5 shows, 5 different audiences. I'm doing at least 15 minutes a piece. I am fucking exhausted. I don't remember who I said what to, what. I'm just like, I'm dead. So the way I'm ready to go home and just relax. He ain't got to worry about me at all. I'm not going to be involved, sir. You drive. I'm going to sit here and see if I'm going to entertain any of these niggas. Now, mind you, this all happened around like 2 o'clock to maybe 2:30. I didn't get home until 4:30 in the morning, just so we know how much time has lapsed here. So he gets to a light and I'm on the phone and I'm feeling this guy, like he's breaking in like a weird way. And I'm like, oh, is something so here I am. Right. And I had contacts in, not my glasses, but here I am. And I, hold on, let me just, This is the attention that you need. And then this is you getting banned. Okay. I'm not even like in the middle of this story. You think you guys have a problem with the mods putting you guys on 86,000 second timeouts? I'm banning niggas. So please don't irritate me in the middle of this story because I don't want to start a roast. I know we normally here for the trolls, but I'm just going to ban you from the page. So I go and I look because he's breaking and then he's like not really at the light, but he's at the, but I'm like, oh, I'm like, Yam, you're not paying attention to him. So don't worry about it. Like whatever he's doing, this man is 77.7 years old. He's good. And so I just do a little, and then I go back to this, right? And all of a sudden we get on to the FDR. Hold on. I got to have like a little piece of this and then I got to smoke my other thing. Hold on. So we're on the FDR. We go on the FDR. The way he merges onto the FDR, I'm like, so this is what I really start to be aware that something is fucking wrong going on, right? I'm like, this guy is not even like, you're merging on the FDR. These niggas are speed racing. Okay? Right. No, we're going to get there. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. Trust me, we're going to get there. Because I'm thinking, yeah. No, I think I banned him. If anybody else is mod, Leonora, please get rid of whoever you need to get rid of. I don't care. So I go, now I'm up. I'm like, I'm looking like he's not merging properly. This is, you can't merging on the FDR is not for the timid, baby. You got to fucking go, bitch. And I'm not saying you got the speed demon out. Definitely look at all sides. But though, if you think you're about to gently get into the so he does this. I'm like, that's a little whatever. And I'm like, Yam, listen, we on the FDR now. This nigga's going he's going a nice speed for me, right? Like, he ain't going too fast, but it's like, we also can't, I don't want anybody to go fast. But you also, people have to remember, going slow is just as dangerous as going fast. And I mean, not the speed limit, because that's the conversation I kept having. Was he going to speed? It's not, baby, I'm not worried about the fact that this man decided he wanted to go 35 miles an hour. Okay. I'm more concerned that the speed demons behind him that are whipping around the corner on the FDR are encountering this man in the middle lane last minute. And now it's people are, and I'm like, so now I'm in my phone like this. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 what's going on? Everybody is getting the fuck around us. And I notice, I go, sir, is everything okay? I'm like, are you okay, sir? Is everything okay? He's now saying he doesn't understand what I'm saying. He does not speak English. Again, disclaimer. I don't give a fuck if you don't speak English. But you gotta know the universal code for driving. I'm watching the man's speedometer. Wait. Hold on. I want to get to the first, because I'm like, oh no, I'm a black, and that's sad. You have to do this as a black woman. I'm like, I need to have evidence because they're going to try to make like I was the problem. So I start recording. Sir, I want you to get off, take me out off the streets. This is too slow. Yeah. You're going zero. Look how slow you're going compared to the rest of the traffic. People are swerving around you. Sir, get off this. Go. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you going so slow? Everyone is speeding around you. This is dangerous. What are you doing? And mind you, I called the cops. I had to call the cops. I tell them, I said, now mind you, this is not the man going slow like he's going the speed limit. He is actively slowing down on the fucking FDR. And I mean, people are, and he's in the middle lane of it. Like, by the time I get to this, we already have had a major situation. I'm just now, they need to go look at the camera in his fucking car. As people are, this is what I go, what the fuck is happening? I'm seeing cars coming toward, and he's slowing down to listen to me. The reaction time for the people zipping, and I'm talking about between 2 o'clock in the morning and 5 o'clock in the morning on an FDR, there are kids. Sometimes they make it out at 1. Sometimes they go on at noon, at midnight. But normally between 2 and 5, there are kids that speed race on the fucking FDR. And I mean, and they zip it. And then you have people who are trying to navigate around that. And you're actively slowing down the car. We already got people honking at you, nigga, and you was already slower than the speed limit. Now you're really getting ready to put the brakes on the fucking car. I was in the car one time with Sherry Shepherd, and I'm sure she won't mind me telling this. And a lot of times it's this thing where people act like they don't speak English, and they do speak English, but they don't want to be bothered with entertaining any information from a Black woman. So they immediately start getting nasty. The difficulty I have as a Black woman, it's like, side story. I go to return my rental, right? So I went to Maryland. I came back. I had a rental. I go to return it to the rental car place. The rental company is closed, but their rental car, their company, right, the office is attached or is inside a parking garage in New York City. So in order for me to get to the rental car place, I have to there. It's inside. Like, here's the parking garage. I got to go in the parking garage to go to the rental place. So because they are inside of a rental, the rental place is inside of a parking garage, they allow you to leave your car, right? So if it's after hours, you give your key to the attendant and then they park the car, right? And it's a drop off. So I say there is this guy, I don't know, he was Latin. And then there was a black guy. I don't think he was African American. I think he, might have been Caribbean. I don't know, right? So I go to drop the car off, and the guy comes and he's like, leave the key in the car, blah, 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 or whatever. And I'm like, I said, oh no, I said, I'm dropping this car off. It's a rental. I'm not just I said, I just need to acknowledge that somebody has taken this key from me because I don't want to be responsible. And he's like, no, we can't. No, nothing. And he's just immediately, and I'm like, okay. Like, and so I'm just saying how hard it is to be a Black woman, especially I think when you're a Black woman who, like, obviously I come with a certain air of knowing what the fuck is going on. And then immediately people don't, like, if I was a white woman, they would be like, ma'am, how can I help you? Don't call customers. But a Black woman who knows what the fuck is going on, they immediately want to act like you're a bitch. And how dare you? So now he's like, there's nothing. I said, sir, there's nothing you can, what's your name? Is there any name you can give me? I'm like, like there has to be, he's like, we don't take responsibility. Blah, 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 blah. And I go, and I'm like, I totally get that. Right. I'm not sure. I said, but where I am, right, is I need to drop the car off. Right. And I need somebody to know, because it's a car and this car is attached to my fucking credit card. Right. So in the event that they can't find this car in the morning, I don't want them charging the price of this car on my credit cards. I just want somebody like, who are you? What's your name? And then the Black guy jumps in, because now the Latin guys, he goes to his natural, whatever is, I don't speak English. Right. He doesn't speak English now. You and I were communicating very well, enough for you to know that I asked you if there was any type of card, or could anybody write something down, or just, even put down in a little thing, hey, I picked the car up at da 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 da, anything. Do you have a business card? Is there a number of a manager? Is it just even a number at this point where, and the Black guy comes in and goes, if you don't trust us, if you feel, just leave and come back. And I'm like, sir, I can't leave and come back. The car is due now. It's not even a matter about trusting. I don't know how we got into this like, now this is becoming very personal about me trusting you. I don't know you. I don't know anybody here. Right. That's why I just want somebody to acknowledge. Mind you, I'm also somebody who dropped my car off at one of the airport. I could have been Oklahoma, I don't know, right? And this woman wasn't with it when I dropped it off, and she never registered that the car had been returned, even though I still dropped the car off at the actual airport location. They locked my account up with Avis for 3 fucking months while they went to go find this car that they said got displaced, even though and you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to get the email confirmation from this girl or a picture. So I'm a little shell-shocked, if you don't mind. And I would like just some type of acknowledgement, right? Are the cameras on? Are the cameras on? Is there any, so when I go back and go, hey, I did it, can they forensically tell? Like, you mean to tell me we have nothing to do with their cars? You have nothing to do with their cars, but you park their cars, right? Is that what you tell the people when the people that are just using the garage? Do you tell them you have nothing to do with what they got going on, even though you're about to park their car? No, you give them a receipt. You give them some type of a ticket. You write something down. All I'm asking you is, can somebody acknowledge that they got this car? The next day I had to call the rental car place. The manager that I spoke to was very apologetic. He said, I'm so sorry. They're not supposed to do that. He goes, you know, they are not a part of our company, but they know that when they take the cars, if somebody asks them like for any type of identifying thing, they should do it because they are parking the cars. And he says, we'll have a conversation with them. I said, I appreciate that. I'm not here to get anybody in trouble. I just want to know, why is it such a hassle for me as a customer to fucking just return a fucking car? I don't work for you guys. I haven't been through training. I don't know what policy is. I know nothing. I'm just a customer with keys to the car that I rented, and I want to give them back. Now back to the lift. I said, sir, you got to get. So I'm like, I don't want to argue with this man. I'm panicked. I'm like, I don't want to argue with him on the FDR. I don't want to go back with him and forth. I said, I'm just going to get a new ride. So I go, sir, you got to get up. And he's slowing down, which is why I'm going, you have to get off the road. Now, clearly, I'm assuming that this guy just thinks I'm telling him to pull over anywhere, right? Right. I'm not that dense that I don't think that this man, who obviously we don't speak the same language, the hello, that's all he learned was hello. He doesn't know how to communicate with me. He pulls off on the side of the road, right? I go, no. I go, no. And I'm seeing, and mind you, there's cars going, and I'm feeling the car rock, right? Because we're out there. We just on the side of the motherfucking FDR. And he's now pulling out his phone. He wants to translate. I'm trying to help. I go, and then when I realize what he's typing in, I don't even know what the fuck what that's saying. I'm like, what? And so I'm looking at that and I'm like, he doesn't even know to type what the fuck he typed in and then hit translate. So what am I translating? Am I supposed to read this? Oh no, sir. Sir, we have to drive. We have to go. We have to go. We have to go, sir. Drive, please. Exit, whatever. I gotta get the fuck out of this. Hovion. He's just pulled off. Thank you. There is no side of the road on the FDR. Thank you. Isa, thank you, my love. Also, thank you for showing up the other night. Thank you, my love. There is no side of the FDR, really, right? And he's behind somebody else. The little space that's there is already being occupied by some people who are already in a car, pulled over with their blinkers on. And he's giving them space. And I'm like, you can't. And I'm just, and the car's just, down. This is when okay, no, I have to explain this before we do this, because this is you're going to hear me just be silent for 2 minutes. He gets on the phone with some of his people. No, I didn't see this. Please, I can't. No. He gets no. Isn't there a safety button? There is. We're gonna get to that. He gets on the phone with his people, right? Which I go, oh, this is perfect. He's on the phone with his people. There's somebody there, so the person goes, can I help? Or whatever, like whatever they fucking said, right? I go, yeah, can you tell him We are currently pulled over on the side of the FDR, and it is very dangerous. There is speeding traffic going past us. He needs to get us off the FDR. He has to get us off the side of this. We're not really in a situation where we can just sit. Can you explain to him that he needs to drive to the next exit and get me off? I want to get out. This was this person's response.
What is the problem?
And then I just go silent for 2 minutes. The woman says, he pulled over because you were screaming. Girl, I asked you to tell this man to get us off. I'm not doing customer service with you. I'm not walking. He called you to find out what the fuck I'm saying. And I just explained to you. I wish I had recorded that, right? I started recording when she kept going. He said you were yelling, you were screaming. What is the, oh, no. I very clearly told you that I need this man to drive. And now you're trying to be customer service. So I hit the safety button with Lyft. This is now going to be my exchange with Lyft and the safety feature on Lyft, which is completely useless. Mind you, he cancels the ride. I don't know if I can show him. I'm not going to show his entire, because I don't want to do that. But here's enough of him, right? This is what we're dealing with, right? The man's like in his 70s, right? And even this picture, like, I don't want to put him his business out there like that. But just so you know what's happening, right? I'm trying to not be whatever perception of a Black woman he has going on in his mind. These people were just waiting for me to speak to realize that he has a Black woman in the car, and she's more concerned about what's the problem. I told you what the problem is very clearly, right? And listen. I was going to go live in the vehicle. But the reason why I couldn't go live is because I needed to get on the phone with 911. And as a Black woman, what we've started is, and that's with he said you were yelling, like they're already starting the narrative that everything that is going wrong is because I'm some loud, aggressive Black woman with an attitude that's just screaming at this man. Oh, I'm just screaming. He goes, you were yelling at him. I'm sure he does think I'm yelling at him because he's going 3 miles an hour on the FDR as people are honking and swerving around us. I didn't know this man was having some type of cardiac arrest. I didn't know if the car was stalling. All you have to do is do a simple search of cars stalling on highways and see how many times that results in fatalities. But even in this situation, as a Black woman, I have to find my way into finding peace to be like, sir, please, sir. And even if I did that, even if I angelically did that, and I was doing that, he still doesn't fucking understand what I'm saying. And none of this is clicking on him. And none of this, we got to go and sir and help. None of this. He has no idea what I'm saying. And he wants to start having a conversation. So I go, I'm sorry. No. I have to call the cops because he is just sitting there. I call the cops because this is my exchange with Uber. I'm with Lyft. Bear with me. Some of these are double screenshots. So they go, hi, Nikki. This is Anne. This is who I'm talking to, Anne from Lyft Safety Team. I hit them at, it's actually 3 something. It's 3:23 in the morning, 3:23 and 49 seconds a.m. in the morning. I go, emergency help. Emergency help. Someone hits you with emergency and help. And you taking the time to give me, hi, Nikki. This is Anne from Lyft Safety. I am here to assist you and solve your concern for today. Can you please elaborate more about your concern so I can help you? Yes, I can. I can elaborate. Emergency and help. Maybe, Anne, you want to start with, what is the emergency? I didn't hit you guys and say I had a concern. I hit you with 2 separate chat texts. Emergency and help. People, zoom. So I'm not even going to argue with them. Not even going to argue with them. Just do what they say. I said the driver has us in a dangerous situation. These are each individual things so that they can see piece by piece what's happening as succinctly and quickly as I can in this emergency. The driver has us in a dangerous situation. We are pulled on the side of the FDR. He can't communicate. He doesn't speak English. We are in a dangerous situation. I have to call the police. I need help right now. I need help. This is the response. As a heads up, if you are ever in danger, because what I love now as I'm telling you I'm in danger is you now giving me a TED Talk on how to communicate while I'm in danger. Because before I help you with your situation, let me get chided by Lyft about how I communicated the danger. As a heads up, because I need it right now in the middle of this emergency. If you're ever in danger, please call 911 or select Get Emergency Help under the in-app safety tools in request to request a call, or text from ADT agent who can provide immediate support, or have ADT call 911 responders for you and share your current location. Number 1, how I got to this person is I hit safety tools. The thing is, this man has also canceled the ride. So now I can't even interact inside the real conversation. I am post-ride now. Even though I'm still in the ride, he's canceled the ride to start safeguarding himself. And the people that he called that thought they were going to get me riled up as a Black woman, right, and start making me the problem. And they go, he said you were, yeah. I am now recording 2 minutes of me being silent to them. I'm not saying a word. Everything that I've done to problem solve with this man is not getting done. So I called the police. Lyft then goes, could you please walk me through what happened exactly? Not anyone going, here's the number, get on the phone with us, or let us call the driver. They want me. I want you to hear what Lyft's communication and from Lyft. Could you please walk me through what happened exactly? You mean that he's driving unsafe? I respond, we are currently, in caps, on the side of the FDR. Ann's response, taking a wrong traffic? What is taking a wrong traffic? I go, I need to get off the FDR with this driver. We are pulled over in a blind spot. He doesn't speak English. Can someone call him that can communicate with him? Allow me 2 minutes to check all the possible. I'm screenshotting everything, so they're writing me new messages, so this is blocked out. I don't know what this says, but it's something to this. Allow me 2 minutes to check in the possible and get back to you if you don't mind. Allow you 2 minutes to check out what's going on, even though I'm fucking telling you what's going on. And if you don't mind, in the middle of a motherfucking emergency, can you give me 2 minutes to check on what's going on? Oh, yeah, girl. Girl, take your time. I'm only in a life-threatening situation on the side of the FDR, but please, by all means, I want you to have 2 minutes to yourself, honey, to really register what's happening. And the thing about it is, my blood was boiling. But I can't even, as a Black woman in this situation, I got to figure out how not to be viewed as a Black woman in this situation. Yeah, Ann, go take your 2 minutes, baby. I decide, wait, and we're going to answer all these questions. This is a real person. We're going to answer. I'm giving you all the answers. Trust me. At the end of this, if I haven't answered your question, I'll be shocked. But if there's any questions that I haven't answered, I will answer them. But trust me. Trust me. Trust me. I go, while they're taking their 2 minutes, let me really take, because we got 2 minutes. I said, I asked him to pull off the road so that I could get out. And he pulls off the side of the FDR. He slowed his speed down while we were driving, and other drivers were swerving behind him. I don't know why he did that, but it was unsafe. Here's Ann's response. He dropped you off safely? ? Unsafe. But unsafe. They go, he dropped you off safely? ? I go, he's unable to communicate with me, and I'm panicking, being stuck on the side of the FDR. They go, I can see that the ride got completed. I said, no, I'm still in the car with him. Is there anyone that can help me? He goes, Ann goes, allow me another 2 minutes. Still working on that for you. Meanwhile, I'm on the phone with the cops. I need the cops. I call the police 3 times. You know my relationship with the cops. I don't fuck with them. I don't want to fuck with them. I don't fuck with them. I got into a full fight in this apartment with a nigga. I mean, it was a dangerous fight. I didn't even call the cops then. We all got into the elevator. One nigga was bleeding. We walked down, we get down the elevator, and we all like, we gonna do everything but call the cops. People was like, why didn't you call the cops on him? Because I didn't want the cops to come in here and unalive a black man. Unfortunately, that's where we're at. That's where we're at. And you know what? I'm glad you said, what does FDR mean? So I start changing my language soon to go highway, because maybe they don't know what the FDR is. But I'm telling you, it's unsafe. I go, once they say, allow me another 2 minutes, still working on it for you. I go, I'm communicating as clearly as I can. I want to get to safety. This is a dangerous situation, and I've communicated that numerous times. I feel unsafe. Is there no one who can get on the phone with him? Anyone speaks his language? Thank you for your patience. I really appreciate that. That's the response I got. I said, I'm communicating as clearly as I can. I want to get to safety. This is a dangerous situation, and I've communicated that numerous times. I feel unsafe. There is, and each time I'm doing this is a new text bubble. Okay. So I'm letting you know how many text bubbles, just so when people go, it was too many words, I couldn't see, I'm giving it to them piece by piece. This is being a customer with Lyft texting for dummies. This is how crazy this is. I go, they go, allow me another 2 minutes, still working on that for you. I go, I'm communicating as clearly as I can. I want to get to safety. This is a dangerous situation, and I've communicated that numerous times. I feel unsafe. There is no one who can get on the phone with him. Anyone speak his language? This would be something that I would put. I'm still very, as much as I'm putting on a happy face, I'm still very disturbed by this situation. Thank you, Steve from London. Thank you. I said all of that, and they go, thank you for your patience. I really appreciate that. I go, can I speak to a live representative? And then I start typing operator, any question mark, anyone question mark. This is what Ann says. You can cancel the ride, and then gives me tips on how to cancel the ride. I go, I need a live representative. Okay? Can you please elaborate more about your concern so I can help you about the dangerous situation? I'm a live rep. again, it was put in. So when I screenshot it, I said, "What is?" Okay, right. I remember this one because I go, "What is your understanding of what's happening?" Because I can't be any clearer. That's what I put. What is your understanding of what's happening? Because I can't be any clearer. And that's what I'm starting to wonder about Anne. Anne, do you speak English? Oh, yeah, they do this line now, and you can't even get a manager. I can't get a manager. This manager's busy. Why the fuck is the manager so fucking busy? I need to speak to a manager. Oh, I can speak to my supervisor. Is your supervisor going to tell me the same thing you're telling? I need to speak to somebody who's over you niggas. Who? Then they go, could you please walk me through what happened exactly? I got on, when did I get on with them? It was 3:39, right? When I got on with them. It is now 4 a.m. I had this emergency with them. It started at 3:23 in the morning. I said emergency. At 4 a.m. Can you please walk me through what happened exactly? No, for real, they did. They did. They did. I was taught this. Anne is clearly a conservative Republican. Clearly. I go. So again, cop. This is second call to cop. I'm just sitting here, and I'm just looking back, still terrified. Cars are still I am. Whoo, my heart is racing. I want to get out of here. I almost got out, but I was like, where am I going to go? I'm going to jump in the fucking water? Where am I going to go? We're barely on the side of the road. Where am I going? Nowhere. Other than the fact that I would have climbed in the front, but I was going to climb in the front with him, and I was too scared that he would think I was trying to assault him. I go, I call myself, I go, I said, I am currently on the side of the FDR in the lift, just sitting here, unable to move because the driver and I don't speak the same language. I need someone who can understand that. It's pretty simple what I'm saying. While I am in this dangerous situation, you keep asking me to walk you through it. I'm on the FDR, and then I put highway so they know what's going on, pulled off to a very short pullover, and it's dangerous. He is just sitting with me in the car because he doesn't know what I'm saying. I need someone from Lyft to communicate with the driver to get us off this highway. I'm not really sure what part is confusing. So you let me know where you're confused. Thank you. I really could use this $2 right now. Thank you, my love. I need it. Yes, the fuck Anne. It's almost like we do. Yeah, we do need to be black wearing a cam all the time. I had to. And I haven't smoked enough. The way this story is triggering me, I need to take a quick break. Because we're not even done. Let me read what I wrote again for you guys. And then you're going to hear Anne's response. I'm currently on the, every time I do this, that is a new text message bubble. Okay. Every time I lift up a finger, I'm gonna let you know I'm, and I'm doing, and I'm, this is me writing it. This is, I'm walking them through. We already did the Google Translate. He wasn't doing that correctly either. He was putting in what he was saying, but he wasn't. And maybe I could have done it. My mind was frazzled at the time, to be honest with you. And I was also trying to make sure I didn't disconnect with this chat and that I was on the phone. I called ADT. They put out a call to the police. I called the police 3 times. I'm also on chat. All this is happening while I'm waiting for the police to show up. This is what I said to Anne. I go, I'm currently on the side of the FDR in the lift, just sitting here, unable to move because the driver and I don't speak the same language. I need someone who can understand that. It's pretty simple what I'm saying. While I am in this dangerous situation, you keep asking me to walk you through it. Walk me through there, walk me through there. Walk me through there, walk me through there. Walk me through I'm in a dangerous situation and you want me to walk you through there, walk you through there. I'm on the FDR highway, pulled off to a very short pullover, and it's dangerous. He is just sitting with me in the car because he doesn't know what I'm saying. I need someone from Lyft to communicate with the driver to get us off this highway. I'm not really sure what part is confusing, so you let me know what you don't understand. This is this is Anne's response to what I just said. I'm creating a report right away regarding all you told me, and I promise that we don't let such incidents pass lightly. And it's our top priority to protect the safety of our users and your feedback. I'm reading this, like the typos and everything, because I obviously now Anne's shook too. Even though Anne's useless, Anne shook, I guess, about the customer service report she thinks she's going to get after this. She's not worried about me. She's worried about herself. She goes, and your feedback helps us to improve and take care of everything moving forward. So we appreciate your feedback. She thinks I'm giving her feedback. In the middle of this emergency, she thinks I'm giving her feedback. For immediate help, you've to call 911 or canceling the ride. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry how that must have been like for you with your ride with the driver, Spartaki, I guess that's his name, in regard that he's standing on a dangerous highway and can't move. No, bitch, he can move. Oh, yeah, she's ending the chat in the midst of my motherfucking emergency. She's ended the chat. I go, I can't cancel the ride. I'm on the side of the highway. Is anyone from Lyft calling him? I've called the police. I'm calling you, but I'm still stuck on the side of the highway. I called them at 4:23. This chat started at 4:23. We are at 4:06. I'm sorry. This chat started at 3:23 in the morning. We are at 4:06 a.m. This is Anne's response. I'm so sorry that the driver made you go through a hard ride. Let me assure you that your feedback has been documented and the actions has been taken. Thanks for reporting and for your feedback. This kind of feedback really helps us find drivers who aren't a good fit for the Lyft community. Your safety is our top priority. That's what really got me. Your safety is our top priority. Bitch, I am currently in danger. I started this chat with emergency help. You want me to walk you through there? Walk you through there. I walked you through there numerous times. I walked you through there, walk you through there. I walked you through there, walk you through there. I did all of that. I walked you through there. I did the remix to walk you through that. Your safety is our top priority. So we take this sort of behavior extremely seriously. We never want you to feel uncomfortable during a ride. Thank you for your feedback. Again, with the feedback. Upper management reviewed your comments and used them to make our services even better. I'm glad you're going to make the next emergency just as unhelpful as this one. I'm so glad. Because what feedback? I've got feedback. We haven't even, baby, the way we're not even at feedback yet. We're not even at feedback. I'm not even done. Feedback, she says. And the upper management is going to use my feedback, my emergency, to help the next person in an emergency, I guess. And they go, thank you for reaching out to our support team. Please let us know if there's anything else we can help with. They are gaslighting me. I'm going to retitle this, Walk Me Through There, Walk Me Through There. And when the replay gang, when you come and watch this part of it, I want you to type, Walk Me Through That. And that's why I want to see how people have somebody remind me to name this, Walk Me Through There. I should fucking change the title of this right now. Walk Me Through There, Walk Me Through There. Can I change the title now? No, I can't. When I get it, I'm going to change it. I've walked you through there, walked you through there. And you're saying, thank you. Let me just read this all the way through without all the theatrics, just so you see what's happening. I go, I'm still in the car. Help, emergency, help. I'm so sorry that the driver made you go through a hard time, a ride. I'm going to read this exactly with typos and everything. I'm so sorry that the driver made you go through a hard ride. Let me assure you that your feedback has been documented and the action has been taken. What action? Thanks for reporting and for your feedback. This kind of feedback really helps us find drivers who aren't a good fit for the Lyft community. Your safety is our top priority, so we take this sort of behavior extremely seriously. We never want you to feel uncomfortable during a ride. Thanks for your feedback. Upper management reviewed your comments and used them to make our services even better. Thank you for reaching out to our support team. Please let us know if there is anything else we can help with. Girl, leave and come back. Go take a break and come back and finish where you put a bookmark where you are. I have to take my time. It's an hour and 14 minutes. I've been on here for 3 hours before. I'm walking you through every fucking step of this because everybody has to get it. And I know you came all the way from IG. I hear you. You went through nonsense over there. I said, I'm not giving you feedback. I'm on a current situation. Current. I'm not giving you feedback, girl. Again, Anne goes, your safety is our top priority, so we take this sort of behavior extremely seriously. We never want you to feel uncomfortable during a ride. Thank you for your feedback. Oh, no. I'm sorry. That was from the last one. My bad. I go, I'm not giving you feedback. I'm in a current situation. And she types me again, as a heads up, if you are ever in danger, please call 911 or select get emergency help. Thank you, Liz the Wiz. Thank you, my lovey, for this. I need all the money I can get. You guys are right. I didn't even think about lawsuit, but I may have to talk to somebody. Somebody has to resolve the driving commission or something, the taxi commission. Somebody has to get in. This is a no-no. This is a no-no. And, excuse me. I think I did some extra. Wait a minute. I had some of these. I had to went back to make sure I got the screen. So if there's some double, I'm trying to go through the ones that look like they're duplicates. They tell me the thing again. I go, I want a manager. You are not comprehending what I'm saying. You are not helping me. This is what I said. I said, I need it. You're not. And so then this is 4:13. Mind you, this call started 3:23 in the morning. And Nicole, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, both my Nicoles said, bless you. Thank you. And I go, yeah, I know. I must talk to someone. I can't get anyone on the phone. That's why I'm here. Trust me, I've done all these. Is the sneeze an omen from the, okay, amen. So I go, this happened. This started at 4:23 in the morning. We are now at 4:13 a.m. I'm sorry. This started at 3:23 in the morning, 3:23 a.m. And we are now at 4:13 a.m. Still just on the side of the FDR. There's really nowhere to be. And I'm in the back, which means that if anybody doesn't see us around this blind spot and we get hit, I am the first person that is going to absorb the impact of that. So most certainly, I don't want to be sitting here at all. Hello, Nikki. My name is Priya with Lyft Safety Team. Thank you for reaching out. I will need to escalate this concern to our specialized team to help further. They will follow up with you. I go, how long is that going to take? It's been over 30 minutes and I'm just sitting here on the highway. Some things on it to our attention as you did the right thing by reporting what happened. Thank you for letting us know about this. If you need anything else, please feel free to respond directly to this message and we will be there to help you. Take care, Nikki. I'm like, I'm currently in the car. How can none of you understand that? I don't. Oh, right. Because she said something about a refund. Hold on. She said she insulted me with the refund. Can I actually go to the chat? Hold on. I'm missing one of these. Hold on. I'm still in it, by the way. Hold on. Hold on. They have the chat. Let me start from when Priya got on. Okay. This is the screenshot that I'm missing. I need to screenshot this. This is a screenshot because I'm just now seeing this one. So I go, it's been over 30 minutes and I'm still sitting on the highway. And then I'm met at 4:20, right? We started this call at 3:23 a.m. We are now at 4:20 a.m. We are almost an hour into me just being on the side of the FDR. Hello, Nikki. My name is Emily, a supervisor with Lyft Specialized Safety Team. Thank you for reaching out. Please rest assured that I'll be doing my absolute best to assist you today. I can't even begin to think of any words to describe how sorry I am for what happened. I checked for an exceptional refund to this ride, but unfortunately, this refund cannot be granted per our terms and conditions, which are outlined and under our payment section. I have been on this chat with them. I have called the police 3 times. I have been on this chat with them for 3 minutes shy of an hour. And she's going through the payment terms and worrying about refunds. And everything that I have said has been emergency and help. And I know they're all reading from a script because I used to read from the same. And that's a good question. What is dude doing all this time? Nothing. I connected with ADT. They called the cops. This is the first thing they do with Black people. Immediately they talk about refund because they think all you doing is creating some fantastical situation so you can get a couple of bucks back. Girl, I'm in danger, Molly, currently. Emily, I'm in danger, girl. I don't give a fuck about no refund. I done called the cops, bitch. I need somebody to tell. None of you can connect with this driver. Nobody can get on the phone and speak to him in his language to say, hey, what the fuck, bro? Are you still, is the passenger still in the car? Are you on the side of the highway? Go to the next exit and drop the what are you doing? And this is the shit that the Republicans are able to use. I don't give a fuck if people come in here and don't speak English. I don't give a fuck about that. If you can be here and navigate, fine. But when we have emergency situations, there has to be a way in order for you to communicate. And if you cannot communicate in the job that you have, if it requires you to also communicate in English and you can't do that, don't get that job. I don't have time to be going through this with you on the fucking highway. But I also don't care that you came here and you don't speak English. But you need to find something that you can do that doesn't require you to be in safety situations where you and I are at a fucking impasse on a fucking highway. When there's cars that are zipping fucking past you and going around, you don't know the basics. You gotta know at least the basics, sir. And people can go, oh, you need to know how to speak another language. Sure, I'm doing the best I can. I was on Duolingo for 2 fucking years and they played me. I'm doing the best I can. Unfortunately, he doesn't speak Spanish. He speaks Russian. I don't know Russian. I'm so sorry. But he has to know enough to get us out of this fucking dangerous ass situation. And then you know what? If some fucking Republican or some conservative runs across this, they're going to use this soundbite to be like, this is exactly where we don't want people in our country. I'm not saying that. I don't give a fuck if a Mexican woman wants to talk to her fucking Mexican husband in Spanish or fucking, you know what I'm saying? In fucking Chili's or fucking Golden Corral. Do you, mama? Why the fuck wouldn't you talk to your nigga in your language? But what I'm saying is, we not at Chili's. We not at fucking Golden Corral, bitch. We are on a fucking major ass highway with real consequences in real time, real life. The decisions that you make. That's why we take driving tests, to make sure everyone has the aptitude to get the fuck on and off without a fucking problem, because these vehicles can be fatal. I'm also someone who has dealt with the trauma of one of my sisters being unalived in a car. I have not been okay since then. I can only imagine what my other sisters had to go through. I'm not okay with people driving me. I don't like this shit. I'm already out, always asking, can you not take the F? Can you just take the roads? Quiet as it's kept. The reason why I walk from the cellar all the way up to where I do, and you guys just think I'm taking my New York walks, even though I love them and they definitely help me lose weight, is because if I walk up far enough, I can avoid the SDR. Somebody get T-Wire up to speed, please. And now I'm just sitting here. And yes, I'm sure there are a lot of things I could have done better, but I am in a fucking dangerous situation and it's an emergency. I'm even giving the man grace. So I'm just like, I'm not even going to speak anymore. I'm just going to shut the fuck up and wait for the cops because it's not working. The people he called were useless. Yeah, please walk him through there. Like, Fifi is tired. She's like, just watch the replay. I hear you, baby. But somebody please walk T-Wire. Walk him through there. Walk him through there. I'm not trying to be one of these fucking MAGA niggas who's running around talking about, I don't want anybody to. I don't care. I didn't want to fucking call the cop. You know why I called the cop? I'm gonna be honest with you. I probably would have been there even till now if that man had been Mexican or any. I called it because the guy sounded Russian. And I'm like, well, at least we know ICE ain't taking these white niggas nowhere. So that's why I called the cops. And then the cops show up and I'm calling 911 and I'm trying not, and they're like, can you tell me when they're going to come? You know, the problem is the person that he put me on the phone with, they spoke English. They came in with whatever story he was telling them. And I didn't have time for it. She's like, he says you're bitch. I'm not going back and yes, I'm yelling. I'm loud right now. I'm panicked. I'm not going back and forth with you until you determine that you like my tone enough to get this. Beat it, bitch. You're not helping. We'll just sit here in silence. I said I called the police. I called the police. Thank you, motherfucking common sense. And your name is right on time. Again, shout out to my babies who donated to me. I need it. Thank you, my loves. Thank you. Thank you. Then she's talking about a refund. And then she disconnects with me. Right? She's not having a conversation. Her and I are not having an exchange. This is just her talking. Priya said to me she was going to go get somebody. I said, how long is that going to take? It's been 30 minutes. It's been over 30 minutes. I'm just sitting on the highway. To be fair to myself, I underestimated the time. It's been an hour almost. Now, Emily comes on. Hello, Nikki. It's Emily, a supervisor with Lyft Specialty Safety Team. Thank you for reaching out to us. Please rest assured that I'll be doing my absolute best to assist you today. Girl, that's a lie. You're not. I can't even begin to think of any words to describe how sorry I am. Bitch, I'm in the middle of an emergency and you're writing me a Hallmark card about this situation, this customer service problem. I checked for an exceptional refund to this ride, but unfortunately, this refund cannot be granted per our terms. Lyft, go. You know what, baby? Keep the money. Keep the money. Keep it, baby. If I can get the fuck away from you, keep it. Because what I'm saying is, I'm not even talking about that. I'm not even talking about a refund. Bitch, I've been stuck on the side of the FDR for 3 minutes shy of an hour with a man who cannot communicate with me and I cannot communicate with him. I have started this message off with emergency and help. Okay? Okay. I have been transferred more times than I even know. I went from talking to an Ann to talking to a Priya, now to an Emily. None of you have addressed my concerns, or anybody seems like they acknowledge any type of words that I'm saying. I'm not certain why you guys are confused. I said I need emergency help. I've asked if somebody can call the driver and speak to him in his language and tell him to get us the fuck off this highway. I'm not really understanding where we're having a breakdown. But please rest assured, you've done everything you could to assist me today. And you also looked into a refund. I don't even know why you looked into one. You should have just fucking gave me one. But I'm glad you looked into one. You looked into while I'm in the middle of emergency, you took time to review your own procedures, right, of pricing, in order to come back and tell a person that's in the midst of an emergency that I'm not able to give you a refund. Fifi, thank you, my love. I wasn't even thinking of suing and all this. I'm not even thinking about that. I'm talking about, and I know you guys are not like just saying that frivolously, but I'm not even, fuck a refund, fuck a sue. I'm trying to get the fuck off the side of the FDR right now. We're just, the car is shaking. I've hit their little ADT button. It said they called the cops. I've called the cops 3 times. In the midst of that, why can't I talk to somebody in Lyft and say, hey, you know this driver? You have to know him. You have to have his information. You have to have access to contact him. Can you please contact him and talk to him and tell him, we hear that you're on the side of the FDR. Nigga, you got to move. I don't give a fuck what you do to move him. I don't care if you put in TD Jakes, woman, thou art loose. You got to move. Woman, thou art loose. Lyft driver, thou art loose. I don't care what TED Talk, what spiritual, motivational speaking you need to hear. I don't care if you got to, even if he got to hear something from Charlie Kirk. I don't care if you got to tell him make America great again. I don't give a fuck if we got to say all lives matter. Whatever we need to say to get this nigga to fuck off the side of this damn highway. Where if anything is happening and there's an impact, I am going to be the first one that is going to feel this impact from the back of this car. It is very dangerous. And nobody's seeing us coming around this blind side, which is why we keep having. I respond. She also tells me, thanks for letting us know. Take care. Take care. Take care. I'm currently in the car. How come you don't understand? I don't want a refund. I want someone from Lyft to get on the phone with the driver and talk to him. We are just sitting here on the highway. It's dangerous. I said that. It's dangerous. Look how God did it. At 4:23, the exact time, exact hour later from when I said it at 3:23, it's dangerous and help. I'm at 4:23, an hour later, I'm still telling him it's dangerous and help. And then it says what? The chat has been closed. I'm frazzled. Oh, by the way, I just noticed when I was in the chat, they sent me another message and said, "Was your issue resolved?" Some of you guys are on a delay, I can tell, because some of you guys are responding on a delay. I said that like 3 minutes ago, I think 4 minutes ago. I didn't know what to do. I have to wait for the police. And I made sure, like, if this guy was Latin, I would have never called the cops. I don't know what I would have done. I would have called Anthony, I guess, to come speak Spanish to him. But I know enough in Spanish to probably have not been in this situation. I've been doing Duolingo, and I've been learning more. Never mind the fact that I took Spanish numerous times in college. I just, whatever. So I see the cops go this way on the highway, and I'm like, oh shit, they're going the wrong way. I'm like, all right, is that not? So I wait another 10 minutes. They finally come around. They pull up. I'm so panicked when I see the police, not even because it's the police. It's just like, I'm scared for the police officer, because I'm like, heaven forbid, how is he getting out the car? So I'm thinking like my relief, I got relief when I saw the passenger side of the police car, you know, so I'm like, good. His, you know, and I was so scared. I was getting ready to just jump out the car, but I'm like, don't, you black, don't be making no sudden moves. Don't, you know, so I'm just sitting there, and the officer comes up, and, you know, this is an ethnic officer. I'm not sure what his background, but he's a brown officer. And he comes up, and I felt comfortable enough. We making eye contact that I could just open the door. So I opened the door, and I'm like, sir, he was like, what's going on? And I told him the whole thing. And I'm like, I'm just really, he was like, was he speaking? I'm like, listen, I'm just, you know, I'm so frazzled. This has been going on for so long. I would, if there's any way, can we just get to another place to even just talk about this? Because I'm just so scared. And now you guys are just sitting out behind us, and heaven forbid there's an accident or whatever. And he's like, ma'am, I understand that. He's like, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. And you know, and he's like, trust me, we got it, you know, blah, blah, blah. And so by that time, the other officer gets out, and my heart starts racing, because he has to get out on the side with the fucking traffic. And I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like, and I have concern for the police, and I don't want to have concern for the police. But I'm like, oh my God. Like, and I feel like I want to cry, because I'm like, I had a situation. So side story real quick. I had a situation where a friend of mine, two friends of mine, got into a fight when we were on the FDR. So I'm being triggered in all kinds of ways. And one friend pulls over and says, you want to fucking fight? Now on the FDR, baby, on the side. We're the same situation I'm in now, right? But this was even less of a, like, this was like, and I'm like, the fuck? I'm like, nigga, are you serious? I thought they was joking. Now they both jump out. They squabbing on the fucking FDR. One gets the other one and pulls him over the banister. He's over the I think I told this story, but I couldn't tell you who, and don't ask me, because they were celebrities. And so the nigga goes, he's over on the FDR, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? They're all fighting over this white bitch that they wanted. This is why I don't fuck with niggas that are obsessed with white women. They're all fighting over this white bitch that's up for grabs. She was up for grabs. No disrespect to her if she's white. I know she's I'm still kind of cool with her. But like, she was up for grabs, and they really started fighting over the fucking highway over this raggedy ass white bitch that was up for grabs. And I was like, are you kidding me? They both jump out, and the car, and I'm like, you're gonna get killed. And I'm trying to pull them. They're fighting their thing, and I go and I jump in the driver's seat. I don't even know this car, this fucking huge ass fucking car. I'm only 5'4" and a fucking half. I lie to people. I tell them I'm 5'5". I'm not. I'm 5'4" and a half. I'm little. I'm short. And I didn't, and I'm grabbing them. We fighting these niggas. We fight these niggas into the car. I'm like, are you fighting? He's like, I don't give a fuck. He starts trying to walk down. I go, I tell the white bitch, you started this shit. Go get these niggas, bitch. She fighting these niggas. We fight. Then thankfully this bitch, I couldn't even fucking stand, but thank God the bitch was there. I couldn't stand this bitch. She showed up to the event because she came, but anyway, her and I is cool, whatever. So we cool now because we bonded over this fucking situation. So now she goes, she's in the back. I said, yo, you got to get, she's like, no, I got him. She go grab the other nigga because we can't put the two niggas in the car now. Thankfully, she pulled behind us. We put one of the niggas in her car. I jumped, I'm driving. I don't even know how the fucking car worked. This nigga, he jumping out. I'm trying to fight this nigga. The white bitch clawing him, trying to put the seatbelt on. I said, yo, I'll never be in no situation like that ever again on the fucking FDR. I almost ruined no, I didn't. The fact that I even talk to these niggas to this day is crazy. But I bet you one thing, I'll never be on the fucking FDR with these niggas again. I don't party with no niggas that don't have nothing to lose. And these niggas had everything to fucking lose. I'm like, what about your fucking kids? Come on, nigga, don't do this. Oh, my baby, no. My baby, no. If I die, my baby, no. No, you niggas are too fucking emotional and irrational. We want to pulling off the side somewhere, and we pulled right in front of this fucking project, and all of these niggas started recognizing the niggas I was with. I'm surprised these niggas didn't pull out their fucking phone. I was like, oh shit, this shit about to be on TM fucking Z tomorrow. When they started noticing who the fuck was fighting outside the car, they was like, oh, that's my nigga. I'm like, oh shit, get this nigga in the car. But they was dope boys, so I don't think they could film anyway because they can't let their shit out. No, I can't. These is my niggas. I can't. I can't give you any names. I can't give you any hints. Oh, yeah, that's why I don't party with black men like that. They be into white women. I don't party with them like that. Because, honey, they will be fighting on the side of the FDR over a raggedy piece of white woman. Oh, thank you. I look really cute when I put on makeup. Thank you. What was happening the other fucking time? All I put on was lip gloss. I'm just kidding. The police officers are talking to me. And what did I do with my lip gloss that quick? I'm such a senior citizen sometimes. The police officers are talking to me. And I'm explaining everything. There's a brown police officer. And there is a white police officer. They're both young. I'm definitely old enough to be their mom. And here's the thing, right? I had a lot of weed on me at the time. Now, was weed the problem? It was not. But I had, I was just carrying, some weed that I had going home. So I'm like, but also it's legal here. But anyway, so I'm just like, well, I'm just carrying it home. I'm not, for once I was kind of cool, And so I go, I don't really want to alert anything. So I'm back, I'm just doing all this stuff. Anyway, so The white officer is speaking to me, and he sees that I'm shaking, right? Because I'm just like, I'm so nervous that they're out of the car. Like, I'm nervous that the cops are going to get hit. And I'm just like, Jesus, like, can we just, please, can you just, I just want to get out of here. I just couldn't. And then they're like, ma'am, it's cool. Like, we could, he's like, it's calm. Don't worry. We got you. He's like, I feel you. I see you. And they were really cool officers. Listen, we got a lot of problems with the cops. Sometimes they be on their racist fugazi shit. I don't necessarily know if the brown officer wasn't on some shit, but he probably was like, yo, she mad cool, so I'm not going to be on my shit. Maybe I was cool enough for them niggas to say they wasn't going to be on their shit. I mean, I also called them, and you know what I'm saying? And I also looked like I was going to give them a show, right? Some type of a show. I'm not saying you need to do that when the police need to just show up and be the police, but I'm just saying, like, all of the things that I was nervous about, thankfully for me, I was entertaining enough for these niggas they didn't come in, the cops did not come in with no nonsense with me, right? And so the brown officer said to me, you called us. I said, yes, I did. I said, I've been on exchange. I started showing the videos. He was like, okay, ma'am. He says, hold on 1 second. He tells the driver to pull his window down, and he starts talking to the man. He realizes the man does not speak English. He can't communicate. So he has to get on the phone with somebody who's going to translate for this man, right? So he goes, operator, da, da, da. Somehow they figure out the language, and then he starts speaking to the person on the translator. They speak to him. The man speaks to the translator. The translator speaks back to the police officer. The police officer then speaks back to me. And then this goes round robin for a while. All the while, we're still sitting here. Yeah, I didn't do anything wrong for the cops, but sometimes they don't give a fuck about that. Sometimes just you showing up and them you being black is enough for them to just have an immediate attitude. So I'm very grateful to these young gentlemen who came in this situation, and I'm panicked. Mind you, again, no white woman would have to hold her composure like this. I'm trying not to be a frazzled, like, because any little thing, and I'm trying not to cry. Like, I just keep seeing the car being hit. I just keep like, and you remember I had that situation with the FDR where we had a situation where I was in an Uber, and I think it was an Uber or Lyft, and this car right in front of me, this SUV gets into an accident, flips over because of this bike. Like, it's trauma. And I'm still in the midst of being triggered in trauma. I still have to compose myself. Don't you be a bad representation of a black woman right now. You need to stand strong. Don't you break down. Don't you cry. Don't you be nervous. Don't you feel vulnerable. Because if you do, they're going to misinterpret it, possibly. So many people are trying to figure out how I'm the problem in this situation. We have not been able to handle the situation. The brown officer takes a deeper look in the car, and he goes, he sees something, he notices something, and he says to the white officer, it seems like there's a thing in his car that doesn't let him go over a certain speed. And the response to that might be that the car in him hitting a certain speed just won't let him hit the speed, right? So he can never generate over this speed. The problem is when he starts to brake, it seems like when he starts to brake on this thing that already has a lower register of speed, it starts to slow him down almost to a stop. And that's what's happening. His car, the officer said he said, I've seen this before. He has some type of a non-boosting thing or whatever. And that's what's causing. He's like, ma'am, was he going the speed limit? I said, officer, we wouldn't even be here if he was going at least the speed limit. What started happening is he's slowing down on top of whatever's happening to the car, that the car is slowing down. So we're like at almost a stop in the middle of the FDR. And he doesn't know what I'm saying. And obviously I'm frustrated. I'm like, sir, and he keeps going, speed limit. Baby, I get it. But you're not even doing the speed limit. At one point, I saw the car go from 35 to 28 to 26. And that's when somebody honked and then went around us. Do you understand? I gotta go. I said to the police officer, I said, sir, I don't, he said he tried to call you. He didn't know you were raising your voice at him. I said, I don't, my love, I care nothing about any of that. Yes, I was raising my voice. Yes, I was. I did. There was a low, I wasn't arguing with him. I wasn't fighting with him. I had a heightened level to my voice. I was in the middle of a panic. The man is slowing down to nothing. Not because everybody keeps wondering, hey, was it the speed limit? Baby, I have no problem with the speed limit. We love speed limit here. What I don't love is stopping in the middle of the fucking FDR. I got in the car with the officers. I said, can you please? I said, just take me to the exit. I just don't want to get in with him. Tanya, thank you, my love. I said, I just don't want to get in with him. And the officer said, okay. They translated to the man that he was free to go, that they were going to take me. I get into the back of a police car. I think it's my first time being in the back of a police car since I was a kid. And, you know, they would come to the school and show you like the police car and the little, you know, everybody had to get your little handcuffs and, you know, like, and so they had to make sure the white officer said, let me make sure it's clean. And I said, well, oh, really? It was clean. I'm like, what y'all got? He was like, we pick time situations. And I said, okay. So he cleaned out the back for me. He let me sit in the back. I guess it's protocol for one of the officers to be in the back with the person. So the brown officer sat next to me in the back. And I was like, oh, there's seatbelts. He was like, yeah, we have to. I said, oh, I just didn't think there would be seatbelts because like, how can the person put the seatbelt on with the handcuffs? He's like, but they even more so they need. And I was like, dumb, that's stupid. Yeah, like, of course they need seatbelts. You know, I'm like, that, of course, that makes total sense. They would need seatbelts. He was like, because they have nothing to even brace them from. And I was like, I get it. And I talked to them. I told them if they're ever, you know, want to go to the cellar, just mention my name. I got them. I hope they didn't look up anything. Well, you know, I was hoping, you know, because, you know, I have some crazy comments about the police. And you don't want to be in the presence of the police while you're talking crazy about the police. But yeah, they dropped me off at a safe. I was like, you can just drop me off here. And he's like, no. He's like, this is not the spot to drop you off. I was like, honey, trust me. Once I get on the street, I'm good. I'm like, it's the FDR the problem with. And he was like, nah, I got you. And they were nice. I said, do I get out myself or do you? And he says, I'll let you out, ma'am. And, you know, I shook the officer's hand. The brown officer let me out. I said, what's up to the white officer? I had to really listen. I appreciate those two officers that came and got me. They were calm. They didn't know what was happening. They assessed the situation. I am grateful because I had a lot of anxiety. I didn't want to get hit. I didn't want to get harmed. I didn't want to get hurt. I don't want to be on the side of the FDR. I also don't want to have a situation with the police. I had all of that in one shot. And I am, and it's just sad to say that you have to be grateful, but I was very grateful to those officers. The young brown officer gave me a little pause because he was kind of looking at me suspect a little bit, but I don't know. I don't know. But they were both cool. But like, I'll be shocked if the white officer has any type of anything against him down the road. I'd be shocked if there's any complaints about him because he's young. They both were young. They had to be like maybe 25, I think. They're both young enough to be my sons. But they're young. They're like, and they look like they're just getting to know each other too, because the one officer looked like he might have been training the other, the brown officer, like he might have been training the white. He was telling them about the car, like put the car this way and that way. But I really didn't want to get out the car with them. I was having a good time with the police. I mean, I put my little seatbelt on. I had some chicken wings. That's right. I had chicken wings I had bought. I was going to have some chicken wings. And I put my little seatbelt on. And we were talking, and I was like, oh, and, I was just, and, I had a good time with them. I hate to say that. How did I get home? I ordered a curb. I called Curb, and I got a taxi home. I think the only reason why they didn't really take me home is because they seemed like they were trying, like, to be nice. But then I was like, no. I'm like, he was like, we got to drop you off somewhere safe. I was like, oh, how sweet, my sons, my little sons. And I did. I shook a police officer's hand. I've done that before. I have friends who are cops, but yeah, I'm gonna text my lawyer. This situation has to be reported. And it's not about the man. I'm not here. The driver is not, none of this was an attack on him. That's why I just kind of just stopped talking to him. Because it wasn't, I don't want him to feel like, it's not about Papa. We both in a situation. Lyft had no business letting you come into this job and you don't know the basics of English. They should have never let you do that, because unless they're only going to pair you with passengers who speak Russian. He could do that all day long. I'm sure he's not the only person that speaks Russian, but he needs to be paired with somebody like, what if I was sick, I'm having anything and he can't communicate with me? I wasn't mad at that man. I was telling him, I'm like, it's not about him. It's not about him. Him and I are in a situation. But I understand this man trying to make a living. He's an immigrant here. He don't have I ain't trying to fuck his hustle up. I'm not. This is about Lyft and their inability to respond to an emergency quickly. Who has time to be doing this kind of communication with somebody in the midst of emergency? Thank God I was able to keep my head clear enough. And as clear as it was, I still had typos and shit that was missing. Imagine somebody trying to kidnap you. Then the cop's like, where are you at? I don't know where I'm at. I'm in the middle of the FDR. I'm trying to look to see. Who's got time to do that when they're being kidnapped? Who's got time to do that when somebody's trying to essay them? Who has time to be doing any of this shit in the midst of a motherfucking emergency? And you cannot have a 3-step prong for me to get for emergency. And this is not a situation where I'm whatever that guy's name is, the founder of the Heritage Fund, and he's like, I was with a Muslim driver and he didn't know English and he didn't know where to take me. That's a lie. You were not in a Lyft or a Uber with a Muslim driver and they didn't fucking know where to fucking take you. I don't think I've ever heard a Muslim person in America, whether they started here or not, I don't think I've ever heard them say, I don't speak English. They're coming here speaking full-blown English. What the fuck? He doesn't know where the fuck you're going. Muhammad don't know where the fuck you going from Lyft or Uber. Not when he got GPS sitting right there. This nigga didn't even speak the language I spoke. We didn't understand each other. He knew where the fuck we was going. He just wasn't getting us there safely. If Muhammad don't know where the fuck to take you, that's GPS's fault. That's your fault for putting in the wrong address. None of these niggas know where to take you. They don't know you. As soon as you get in the car, they start seeing information about you. Everything they know about you, they're getting from the app. Everything. So I'm not doing that. It's not a conversation of like when I am in a situation where I need someone to speak English, somebody needs to be available to speak English. But the thing about it is, we live in a world where you can't have any like comments. It can't be no middle ground. It's got to be one stupid extreme or another stupid ass extreme. It's got to be the people over here going, only people need to be over here needs to be speaking English. And the people going, fuck you, we're going to come here speaking whatever the fuck we want, and fuck whether you know what we're saying or not. Both sides are wrong. No. I have to communicate. What about me? Me in the middle. Me who lives here. I who have nothing, I who have no one, adore you and love you so. Come on. If I'm in an emergency and I need somebody to speak English, it ain't, listen, okay, nigga, you can't speak English, good for you. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. I just need you to be able to always get somebody that can speak English. And I mean pronto, nigga, because we are in a motherfucking emergency. I'm even hating, I hear you, it's America. People need to learn English. Even that, I'm 50-50 on that. Even that, I'm 50-50 on that. I'm saying, as long as whatever you're doing with me does not put me in a situation where I'm in danger and we cannot communicate, you can come here and speak all of the no English you want to speak. I don't care. But if I have to encounter you and we are in situations where there may be an emergency or I may need to communicate with you and it puts us in a life or death situation, you need to be able to communicate with me some kind of fucking how. Now, I'm not saying you got to speak the motherfucking King's English. I'm not saying that. Or the Queen's English. What I'm telling you is, if I'm saying to you, you have to get off this highway, your driving is scaring me, and you don't know what I'm saying to the point where you decide to just pull over on the fucking highway where I'm having the fucking panic attack because your car for some reason is slowing down to 0, I need you to be able to understand that. Or how about this? Common sense should tell you not to pull over on the side of the road, but to take the next exit. That doesn't need a language, right? That's in any language. That's in Spanish, that's in Russian, that's in Mandarin. It's in all these fucking languages. The next exit is where I get the fuck off. Like if I was a driver in Russia and I didn't speak Russian, right? And somebody having a panic attack in the back of my car and they speaking in Russian, I don't know what the fuck is going on. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull off the fucking highway off of it to real fucking safety. Bridge, this is how I know you just got here. You should have a 911. Right. We did all that, baby. We did all of that. You must still be on the delay. We did that. Thank you for reminding me to call this Take Me Through There. It took me 2 hours and 5 minutes to tell this story. And I thank you guys for everything. I just thank you guys for being here. I'm glad I told this here. I like this Shy Bang. I like the picture. Like, it's kind of like a come hither, like a. Thank you guys. I'm sorry, I don't want to start sharing because I've skipped some because it's scrolling really fast. I appreciate it. I miss anybody? Anyway, I want to enjoy the rest of my day. There's more that can be said, but it's there's no disrespect to this man. I'm sorry, we're both in a situation. Lyft also failed him. Yolanda, thank you for the Cash App, my love. Some people sent me Cash Apps and I wanted to acknowledge them. Catherine sent me something. Thank you, my love. Kim, thank you, Kim. Kim Williams. Julia, thank you, Julia. Irina, thank you, Irina. Wheezy, thank you. Stacy, thank you. Thank you for the happy birthday, Stacy. I appreciate you, my love. Thank you. And thank you for, always being on the lives and supporting. I know. I can imagine what he said, but I feel bad across the board. I just want to make sure that sometimes we forget that someone could use this argument that what I'm saying and be like, this is exactly what we don't want people in our country. They're doing blah, 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 blah. But it's like, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying there has to be some way that you and I can communicate in an emergency situation. If you're doing something like, if you're giving me medical attention, if you're driving me somewhere, if you're, listen, if I can't communicate with the nigga that's dropping off my DoorDash or fucking Instacart, okay, oh well, he gave me Pop-Tarts and I asked him to give me like strudels. I don't know. But like, That kind of shit, okay, it can be annoying, but not in life and death situations, baby. Not in emergencies. Can I be going back and forth with you like this? This is crazy. And the people that you called to help you, they're useless. That woman was so busy trying to run. And he said, you were young. Girl, I'm done with you. You told me. Shout out to your Uncle Ronnie. Anyway, I want to go now. I'm tired. Just recanting the story. All right. I love you guys. Bye.